This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. Governor Mike Braun signed Senate Bill 1 into law this year with the goal of providing property tax relief for Hoosier homeowners. But Goshen Mayor Gina Lichty tells her partners at WSBT-TV the bill is expected to have a major impact on the amount of revenue her city brings in.
We're going to have to think very carefully about how we make cuts, how any increases in income tax or other fees might impact our local community.
The University of Southern Indiana has officially moved up to full active membership in the NCAA's Division I. President Stephen Bridges says the move completes a nearly four-year effort by the university.
I am so proud that we not only rose to that opportunity, but because of our preparation and hard work, we were able to compress this timeline from 4 years to 3 years. We were able to check all the boxes a year early, and we are able to stand here today as strong competitors.
Indiana's unemployment rate fell 0.2% to 3.7% in May. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development said Tuesday the state also added 8,400 private sector jobs in the same month. May was the fifth consecutive month that the unemployment rate decreased. Officials in Batesville have broken ground on an $8.1 million project that is being supported by the state's Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative, or READY 2.0. The Batesville Arts and Innovation Hub is an expansion of the Batesville Memorial Public Library and is designed to serve as a regional anchor for creativity, education, and entrepreneurship. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. An Indiana man who claims a Bureau of Motor Vehicles error cost him a job opportunity, over $1,000 in fines, and a night in jail cannot sue for damages. The Indiana Supreme Court ruled on Monday. The ruling, written by Indiana Supreme Court Chief Justice Loretta Rush, said the General Assembly created a material error review process to correct inaccurate driving records without awarding damages. Though he's uniquely qualified to speak on the topic, Christian Palmy isn't positive how much of brewing is art and how much is science. He has bounced around academia and the country studying microbiology and biochemistry. He was recently hired to head up brewing operations at The Tap, where he will oversee and curate beer offerings at the brand's locations in Bloomington, Indianapolis, and West Lafayette.
I basically had filled up our dining room with homebrew. I mean, I was doing 2 or 3 batches at a time, and it was everywhere. My wife really wasn't able to use the dining room. And she was like, you got to find some place, an outlet for this. Not in a bad way, just like you just love it. So you should do something with it.
Girl Scouts of Central Indiana is looking for a new leader after its former CEO was chosen for a new role with the organization's national parent. Earlier this month, Danielle Shockey was appointed to the newly created role of Chief Experience Officer by Girl Scouts of the USA. Shockey spent more than 7 years as CEO of Girl Scouts of Central Indiana. The organization says during her tenure, she led the development of more than $25 million in revenue and 3 years of membership growth. She also oversaw the opening of the STEM Experience Center at Camp Delwood in Indianapolis. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.